Good morning. Thank you very much for being here on what I know is a very busy day. But since we're just a week before the Chicago summit, the Secretary General is here to give you a preview and then, of course, answer your questions. Secretary General.
Good morning. In a week's time, I hope to see many of you at our summit in Chicago. This will be a summit of commitment to complete transition in Afghanistan and to support Afghans achieve a stable future, commitment to keep NATO capable to deal with the challenges of the 21st century, commitment to strengthen even further the connections with our partners across the globe. Above all, the Chicago summit will demonstrate our commitment to each other. The unbreakable bond between North America and Europe, which remains the bedrock of our security. J'ai parlé des préparations pour le sommet avec le président Obama à Washington mercredi, et nous sommes convenus qu'ils étaient en bonne voie. Hier, j'ai parlé au téléphone avec le président français élu, François Hollande. Je l'ai félicité pour son élection et je lui ai fait part de mon souhait de collaborer étroitement avec lui lorsqu'il aura pris ses fonctions. Let me speak about our three key goals for the summit. First, we will set the course for our future engagement in Afghanistan. We will complete our ISAF mission by the end of 2014. But we will remain committed to our long-term partnership with the Afghan people. That is what we said we would do at our Lisbon summit in 2010, and since then we have made significant progress towards our goal. We are on track to complete transition to Afghan security responsibility by the end of 2014, as we agreed with President Karzai in Lisbon. Afghan troops and police are in the lead for the security of half the population, and I expect that they will take charge of more areas soon, because every day they are growing more capable and more confident. In the course of next year, as transition takes hold and Afghan security forces take the lead for combat operations across the country, we will increasingly take a supporting role. But that will include supporting Afghans in combat as necessary. In Chicago, we will make clear what NATO's mission will be after 2014. I expect NATO will train, advise, and assist Afghan security forces. But I do not expect this to be ISAF by another name. That will be a new mission with a new role for NATO. In Chicago, we will also start to spell out our commitment to help finance the Afghan security forces of the future as part of an international community effort, and together with the Afghans themselves. We all have a stake in maintaining the gains we have made together with such great investment and sacrifices. And we all have a stake in ensuring that terrorists can never again use Afghanistan to attack our own countries. The second item on our agenda will deal with security and economy. We will show how we can deal with the economic challenges of today while preparing for the security challenges of tomorrow. Since we adopted NATO's new strategic concept at the Lisbon summit, we have come a long way. We have launched the reform of our command structure to make it leaner and more effective. We have made progress in ensuring that NATO retains and develops key capabilities. In Lisbon, we agreed to build a missile defense system to protect NATO's European populations, territory, and forces against a grave and growing threat. In Chicago, we will declare an interim capability. This is only a first step, but it is significant. We are acquiring Allied ground surveillance, which uses drones to provide crucial intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance information to our forces. This will help fill a gap shown by our operations in Libya and Afghanistan. In Chicago, we will launch between 20 and 30 other multinational projects, including for better protection, better surveillance, and better maintenance. Our goal is NATO Forces 2020, an alliance that is fit for the next decade and beyond. And the way to get there is smart defense, a renewed culture of cooperation that allows all allies to provide more security for our citizens, even in an age of austerity. The third item on the agenda will deal with partnerships. We will strengthen our network of partnerships across the globe. Au sommet de Lisbonne, nous avons annoncé clairement que nous renforcerions le dialogue et la coopération avec les pays partenaires et avec des acteurs internationaux clés. Parce que dans le monde d'aujourd'hui, les défis de sécurité ne connaissent pas de frontières et parce qu'aucun pays ou alliance ne peut faire face à la plupart d'entre eux par ses propres moyens. Et notre réseau unique de partenaires s'étend dans le monde entier, depuis l'Europe de l'Ouest jusqu'à l'Asie de l'Est et de l'Afrique du Nord au Pacifique Sud. En Afghanistan, nous travaillons aux côtés de 22 partenaires qui fournissent des troupes, des instructeurs et des ressources à la plus grande coalition de l'histoire récente. Au Kosovo, 8 partenaires nous aident à maintenir un environnement sûr et stable. Et le soutien politique et opérationnel de plusieurs partenaires d'Europe, du Moyen-Orient et d'Afrique du Nord a été essentiel à l'opération que nous avons menée avec succès l'an dernier pour faire appliquer les résolutions du Conseil de sécurité de l'ONU dans le but de protéger les civils en Libye. To recognize these important contributions, we have invited a group of 13 partner nations. They are making significant contributions to NATO operations. This partnership meeting will be an unprecedented occasion to discuss common security challenges and how we can make our cooperation even broader and deeper. And NATO foreign ministers will also meet their colleagues from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Georgia, Montenegro, and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia to discuss the whole range of issues on the summit agenda. So, in Chicago, we will hold the biggest summit in NATO history, with around 60 countries and organizations represented. The United Nations and the European Union are also invited to our summit. NATO is and will remain a transatlantic alliance, but when it comes to security, the Chicago summit will show that NATO is also partner of choice for world peace and security. And with that, I would be happy to take your questions.